Why do you think he does those things though? Do you think
For money.
I
don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
You think he still needs the money after all these years?
The money.
Let this, and myself, we helped build this guy up. He was fighting on my undercard. He was the co-main. We helped build this guy up. And you know what Oscar De La Hoya do? You know what Mr. Loyal Oscar De La Hoya do? I'm sorry, Miss Disloyal Oscar De La Hoya do? He take him right over to HBO and cut a deal with HBO. And when he cut the deal, he got money, but I bet Canelo didn't see none. But these are the things that people don't know about in a sport of boxing.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
And it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me.
That clip with 50 Cent really exposed a lot. He told Stephen A. Smith straight up, the money's really gone. And when he said Floyd came to him for help, it felt more like a warning than drama. It fits a pattern. Floyd fights, shows off the payday online, then disappears. But now with people like Jeff and 50 speaking out, it seems his empire might be shakier than fans think. These exhibition fights, maybe they're more about money than legacy. Even that $42 million real estate deal is being questioned. 50 said Floyd's always been about appearances, but the finances? That's where things get murky. What do you think? Is this just bitterness? Or is the truth finally catching up?
We got Floyd Mayweather back in the real estate news again. This guy's on an acquisition spree like I haven't seen in a long time. You got to remember, in October, he bought a portfolio of multifamily properties in around Manhattan for $402 million. Well, this time he went all in on office property for a $10 billion portfolio. I got this out of Real Deal, by the way. Now, some of these properties listed are 410 10th Avenue and Hudson Yards. You got Jersey City's Harborside Office Complex. You've got the Aon Center in Chicago and the old office post.
50 Cent isn't convinced by Floyd Mayweather's $42 million real estate claim, and he's making that clear. After Floyd said he owns 62 apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan, 50 called him out on Instagram, sharing a clip that questioned the deal's authenticity. His caption, "Damn champ, they caught you. Time for another exhibition." It's classic 50, part humor, part hard truth. And this time, the doubts are louder than ever.
I'm bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Things got questionable when Floyd claimed full ownership of 6 buildings without any partners. But Business Insider's investigation told a different story, suggesting he may have invested, but didn't buy them outright. To add to the doubt, the New York City Housing Partnership said they had no record of any deal with him. While Floyd's video showed off buildings and claimed solo ownership, public records and official sources didn't back it up. Whether it was image management or exaggeration, one thing's clear: the $42 million real estate story doesn't match the facts. At least not Ye.
You have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Fans joke that Mayweather mistook Unit 62 for 62 buildings, capturing the growing doubt online. With a nickname like Money, people expect proof, but none has been shown. He's quick to show off cars and cash, yet silent on the $42 million claim. No documents, no confirmation, just questions. What started as a bold flex now looks like a PR problem. Will Floyd respond or just move on to his next exhibition?
In the sport of boxing, when we talk about loyalty, when you look at Canelo, there's Steven Espinoza and the Showtime team and myself, we helped build this guy up. He was fighting on my undercard. He was the co-main. We helped build this guy up. And you know what Oscar De La Hoya do? You know what Mr. Loyal Oscar De La Hoya do? I'm sorry, Miss Disloyal Oscar De La Hoya do?
This isn't just a one-time jab from 50 Cent. He's been calling out Mayweather's money image for years. The pattern is hard to ignore. Flashy posts, big purchases, bold claims, followed by lawsuits, unpaid debts, and questionable deals. The missing proof behind the real estate claim is just the latest red flag. And when someone like 50, who's built real business success, keeps speaking out, it starts to shift the story. Is Mayweather's wealth as solid as it seems? Or is the money brand just keeping up appearances? Will this finally break the illusion, or will fans still believe in the legend?
Real estate deal is going to make him $300 million a month. You see that?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Now, the fact that he pointed out was that everybody knows that he got his own capital, which is, money, right? But he still leveraged other people's money. Absolutely. So now he's making $300 million a month. Right. Well, he's going to, that's going to be his plan. So, just like I said, back to your example, right? The Airbnb. You get a place. I mean, there's a couple ways to do Airbnbs. Yeah. You can do it to where you're.
People love to talk, but my bank account does the real talking. Mayweather has used lines like this to silence critics for years. But this time, his silence is only fueling speculation. Known for flashing proof of his wealth, his lack of response feels out of character. Whether it's a strategy or a sign of trouble, staying quiet isn't what fans expect from someone so quick to defend his financial image.
The art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes their legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
I
don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money.
I don't think he needs the money. But when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending.
50 Cent has openly discussed his fallout with Floyd Mayweather, and for him, it wasn't just personal, it was financial. Their friendship began to fall apart after Floyd's release from jail in 2012. According to 50, he had covered major costs to keep Mayweather promotions running, expecting to be repaid. But the money never came. What began as support turned into a financial burden and a sense of betrayal. In 50's words, he didn't just lose a friend, he backed someone who wasn't serious about the business, and that changed everything.
So one day, somebody, because I don't have social media on my phone. Yeah. So they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, Floyd Mayweather ain't got no money. That's why he doing exhibition. No, Eddie don't believe that now. Yeah.
But Eddie will say some shit like that now.
Eddie will say some shit, but no. But one thing, don't worry about that. But me and Eddie got it clear. Didn't we, Eddie? Yeah. One thing, me and my buddy got it clear.
We said as long as it's 10 or 20, no problem. Anything less.
Go over and Dubai that money. Tell him get on live right now. And he owe people in Saudi Arabia money too.
It's sick. Oh, it's so sick. So this is what happens when you fight Mike Tyson, huh? I fought Floyd, he just robbed me. He still owes me money. Floyd, bro, pay me my money so I could get a jet. Dude, that's cool.
Paul, he said you owe him some bread.
That comes with the territory.
Right.
To them, that's real money. The money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while. But be happy with the biggest pay that you ever got in your life.
In the EWB Rolls Royce, for those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg room. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5", some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out. What I'm doing right now, that's what I do every day. Shop. Ain't nothing like couple bucks. Greg, come with me. I didn't get these. Huh? Yeah. I did?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we make the best of it.
Buildings in Upper Manhattan. Business Insider reported that no such deal appears to have occurred. Floyd recently posted a video on Instagram claiming he bought 6 apartment buildings, stating that they are all his properties with no partners involved. However, Business Insider has contradicted these claims, stating that the ownership of the buildings remains unchanged and they are not Mayweather's, as he stated. Many are left questioning why Mayweather would make such a bold, untrue claim about his financial dealings.